Okay, that's enough of the side quests. I'm now in Japan, and I'm carrying things along. And remember a long time ago when Kano told me I should meet him in the Foreigner Cemetery? Guess what I'm gonna do now? So, this is gonna be an important scene, and the dungeon that follows is kind of important for character development. But it's going to be pretty difficult because I'm going to show all the fights in that one because they're all forced fights. Necessarily, that dungeon is pretty dangerous.
You're alive, huh?
Yeah.
You too.
And Oka? I'm sorry.
It's the second time I've lost her.
You'll understand more later on.
Love lasts for such a short time. But misery goes on and on. Now my path is an empty one. I have no love left. No dreams.
Kato.
Kamiyashiki. In Azabu. That's where you'll find Minister Ishimura.
And that's where we're going next.
Now no one will get in your way. You should go and talk to him.
And you? What will you do?
He's the nicest villain I ever encountered.
Emigre manuscript.
Yes. I give it back to you.
Hey, wait.
Don't you want to see Alice again? If you follow the instructions in that book, then you can be with her again.
Wait a minute. I don't know how to use magic.
Roger should be able to help you. He can bring her back to life. Exactly the way I did.
Yeah, but isn't that...
Yuri. From now on, I'm your enemy.
Huh?
This is the last time we'll ever speak as friends.
What do you mean?
The world as you know it will end. By my hand. If you really think that you can stop me, my old friend, bring everything you have.
And I
Unlike
shall.
Nikolai and Rasputin, I won't depend upon the power of some evil god.
Which makes
I'll
things
do
different,
it with
that's
my
nice.
own hands.
Come on. Enough with the joking.
This is no joke. If you want to know what my plans are, look inside that book. There
Just
isn't
don't
much
read it out
time
loud.
left.
Kato.
I kind of like games where
Farewell,
or
my
movies
friend.
where the villains are kind of like the hero to some extent, but not terribly exaggerated. So now I have to go to Azabu Kamashiki. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. And again, all these fights are going to be forced, so you're going to see them. Plus, there are some things that pop up if you do fight them. You know, that armor is kind of pathetic. And And once more, Crisis. You know you love it. Okay, so Ishimura is not leaving, and we have a lot of soldiers to go through because they don't get to them, obviously. So here is your first boss fight. I think I can move past you. The only enemies you're fighting are the titanium soldiers. Fused with Beneficia. Except the only area ability that he has is Icicle, and it's not really that great. It's usually good for one target, but not good for multiple ones. And if you noticed, on my team is Geppetto, and the reason for that is will become more apparent in the boss fight. This should get rid of all of them now. Got it.
What? Is it already open?
Yes, it is. Now to keep going. But I made a dreadful mistake as I went through the doors. Actually, there you get ambushed. But as for ambush, I would actually call it more like a really pathetic waste, because I don't get surrounded. Now, if you notice that Yuri's weapon is different, it's because I have Dragon Weapons, which is his second ultimate weapon, which I got in Solomon's Trials. Breeze. Yeah. I don't have a lot of water spells for Anastasia. I think I might change that for this. Okay. I'm not gonna linger around because this is still a considerably dangerous area and you can't let these titanium soldiers, even if they are forced fights. I actually see something really hilarious in this, if I can point it out, but what happens is when the titanium soldiers dodges my first attack with Yuri, and ultimately he got poisoned, but he got launched against the wall due to a hard hit, so he in effect got defeated before the poison could take effect. Alright. Now there's one more in this video that I'll show. That one. That door to the right is kind of the halfway point, but there's kind of a dialogue scene, so I'm going to show it to you in the next video. Let's try this. I know you're kind of seeing this as boring, but this is the one. See, poison and automatic defeat. Pretty funny, isn't it? Okay. Moves the weak. Way too far. Oh well. Okay. I'm gonna wrap up here, and I will we'll see you later.